just, I don't have time to be playing with spirits, first of all. I don't. It's not in my forte. I was not raised like this. We don't get down like this. So, everybody, it's your girl Shawn. Welcome back to my channel. And as everybody has requested, today I'm going to be doing my paranormal activity story time for you guys. Y'all, this place was wild. But before we get into that, I first of all want to thank everybody who's been tuning in so far. We're only going up from here, so keep tuning in every week. But I also think that I am going to name my storytime segment on my channel the Wind Down series, because first of all, baby girl, we sipping all year. 21 and up though, so for anybody under 21, you can go get you some sparkling grape juice and we can get it popping too. But so go ahead and grab your wine, your snacks and whatnot, pop a squat. Let's go. Other than that, make sure you like, subscribe, and also don't forget to turn on that notification bell to know when I upload. So let's go ahead and get into this story time. So this story time is going to be about the time that I was living in Indiana on a farm. But before we even get into the paranormal activity part of the story, I do want to get the backstory of the property. The property was owned by a lady that we went to church with. We went to a non-denominational Christian church, and we ended up moving onto the property of one of our church members. Now, she had a cabin and an apartment on the property, and the apartment was on top of the arena, and she has an arena and stuff because she owns horses and all of that stuff. So I guess she would do shows and whatnot, and it was an apartment up there. It's warm. So me and my mom were staying in the cabin, and a family friend, her best friend, and their family was staying in the apartment upstairs. So, you know, the owner of the property, her mom also had a bed and breakfast on the property as well, but she was a reformed Wiccan. Now that I'm older, I'm trying to figure out how the hell she was a Wiccan, but a member of the church. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that people can't change, but there were a series of events that led us to believe that she was still practicing witchcraft. Another story for another time. We're not going to get into that right now because it's a lot. It is a lot. But we're just going to get into the small stuff. So aside from her being a reformed Wiccan or whatnot, her parents, I don't know what religion they were. They in their bed and breakfast, they had, like, you know, different, like, little masks and totems and pictures and different things of different stuff, different sculptures, because he was her mom's husband. He was an artist, but the vibe in there, it wasn't as strange as the rest of the property. It was a little more, it was lightened up. It was a lightened, strange vibe. It wasn't as strange as the rest of the property, I can just say that. But like, they had a fertility chair like around the dining table, a fertility chair, another chair to do something, another chair for this, another chair for that. And I'm just trying to find a regular chair to sit in, you feel me? We're not trying to fool with none of this. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, something was just off to begin with. You can tell that something was off around the property. Get your sips, girl. Get your sips. Y'all gotta be careful with this dark wine, honey. You know, there was, aside from all of that going on, there was a situation to where I was sleeping and I woke up and I would see something standing over me, but I was too tired, so I just went back to sleep. I know that sounds crazy. You know how you just be tired? I don't know if this works for any other black people, but you just be too tired to deal with stuff like that. Like, look, I'm not tonight, whatever. But there was a situation where I woke up with something watching me. You know what I'm saying? And with this story that I'm about to get into, I wonder if it's the same. I wonder if it's the same thing. So at this point, I was on the phone with my boyfriend outside, and the farm was set back off on a little street that wasn't busy. You know, nobody came through but us. So I'm just outside. You know how you be walking around on the phone, caking and whatnot? That was me that night. So I don't really like for people to be listening in on my conversations, because it's just like, y'all nosy. So I went outside, you know, I'm caking on the phone, and the street, we were set off the Tippecanoe River in Indiana. And if anybody knows or is familiar with a little bit of anything, water can be a conduit for things, especially since the lady was, you know, dealing with witchcraft. Yeah. So not a conduit, a channel, something like that. Google it. But basically water is something that they can use for stuff like that, but especially like a constant flow. So the driveway was set next to the river, but you know, it was trees and brush and stuff out there, just straight wilderness, you know, leading down to the water. So it's no possible way that something could, or anybody could just take off running like they running from the police down there, you know what I'm saying? Unless you ran cross country and you got some real quick feet and them good ankles. Proud of you, that worked out for you in high school. I ran track, I need a straight path. So I'm out there on the phone and I hear something take off running down there. So I'm like, what the hell? Talking on my phone like, babe, I just heard something, you know, run through the woods down here. And I explained everything I just explained to y'all as far as the way that the scenery looks. So I'm just like, oh nah. So I wasn't ready to get off the phone yet or go in the crib. So I just like, all right, I'm finna go sit in the car. Whew. So I'm in the car and I'm on the phone caking and whatnot, and I'm just, you know, looking around and stuff. So I see something in the tree line, but I can't really make it out because it's a little bit it's not too far away, but it's just far away enough that I couldn't really see. And y'all know I wear glasses. That I guess y'all don't, because I don't wear my glasses, but I do wear glasses. So, and I had lost the pair that I had at the time. So I'm just like, what is that? And then it was a dog over here that had a dog on the property, chained up, and it's going crazy, like something is hurting it, it's scared or something. Like I didn't know what was going on. So I see this, whatever this is in the tree line, and I'm just looking like, what is that? Now it's like, it's not the shape of an animal. It's kind of, it was like the shape of a midget, I would say. It's not to say midget, a dwarf or something, but it wasn't exactly human shaped. I couldn't really make it out. It was something, and then it took off, and I'm just like, what? You know what, babe, I gotta go. I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna call you tomorrow. Like, I just couldn't deal, y'all. I just could not deal. So as I'm finna get off the phone with him, the light shut off on the property. I guess we might have had a blackout or something. There was only 2 houses on that street, and it was my neighbors, or my art teacher, and then us. So I noticed that their lights were off too. So I'm assuming we must have had a blackout or something. But the dog gets to going crazy again. Like, I'm just like, oh my goodness, what's going on? And then something gets to circle in the car, bro. Couldn't really make out what it was. I could just see something circle in the car in the dark. Ain't no lights, no look. I'm just sitting here blue, because this is how blue. I was so just sad in the car, because I'm just like, bro, this ain't never happening to me. Like, why? Why do people deal with stuff like this? Like, just, I don't have time to be playing with spirits, first of all. I don't. It's not in my forte. I was not raised like this. We don't get down like this. So I'm just like, hold on, babe. I can't even do it right now. I need you to stay on the phone with me until the lights come back on so I can get in the crib. So I'm sitting there for about a good 10 minutes. Whatever it was finally stopped circling the car, but I wasn't getting out the car until them lights came back on. I could tell you that much. So about 10 to 15 minutes passed, and the lights finally come back on. I instantly shoot in the crib. Like, I just can't get, I can't. Got a phone. I'm like, I'm gonna call you back. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just call you tomorrow. I don't even wanna deal. It was just a lot of little stuff happening on the property, to where it's already a strange vibe. Like, and then it's just little stuff like with that story. And ooh, there was a time actually to where me and my friend who stayed in the other apartment, it was my best friend actually, he was on the other side of the property, because they had some horses and stuff on the property too, so they had animals. So he was over there feeding the horses on the other side of the barn, and I'm on the other side of the barn, because the laundry room is right under their apartment in there, and then it's an entrance to the arena. So it's super duper dark, y'all. Like, super duper deadly dark, like silent. Like, the darkness is so dark it's quiet. Like, if that makes sense, G. Like, it's quiet. Like, so I was terrified every time I had to go over there. But I was going over there to get some laundry, and I saw Shorty. She wore the same jacket, same hairstyle, all that. I saw Shorty walk in the barn. I'm thinking she going in there to do something, you know, I mean, it's her property, she got animals, you know, I'm thinking she kicking it, but I don't see her car nowhere. Ain't think nothing of it. So I go in there, but I don't, you know, I don't hear nothing, I don't see nothing, the lights never came on, none of that. I almost wanted to call her name, but I felt like one of the white girls in the movies, and we just not even gonna do that. So I'm gonna just take my little ass back to the house with the laundry. So once I get in the crib, my friend come down there over there to kick it with me, and he saw Shorty on the other side of the walking in on the other side of the barn too. Now this was all at the same time, but you know, her truck or nothing wasn't over there either, so we just sitting there like, you know, you just dumbfounded, like, what? This is too much. Like, it was too much. But I don't know whatever happened to the people after we left after we moved and all of that. I don't know if they were still even going to that same church anymore. You know, I don't know. I could probably go Facebook stalking if I want to, but it's not that deep. But you just really have to be careful with the company you keep, because you never know what people are into and what people are dealing with. Like, what was really going on? Like, what was this lady really into that had stuff popping off like this? Like, I don't know if her mom or her dad, stepdad experienced anything up there at their house. Her mom was actually the sweetest lady to be. Like, she was so freaking sweet. But I don't know, not handsome. I don't know what ended up happening to Shorty. I don't know how she got into witchcraft. I don't know, you know, if that's what they were into as a family. I'm not too sure. But regardless, I believe that lady was still practicing witchcraft. I believe that lady might have... You never know people's true intentions. That's all I got to say on that one. But like I said, y'all really have to be careful with the company you keep, because it could be the people that's closest to you that's praying for your demise, or even casting spells on you and stuff like that to keep you sick and not on your game. You know what I'm saying? It could just be stuff like that. And I know it sounds funny, but okay, hello. But you just never know. You never know what people are into. You never know what's going on behind closed doors, and until you get behind them closed doors, you feel me? So that is my paranormal activity story time for now. If you want to see more, definitely comment below. If you have a slight paranormal activity story time that you want to talk about, or you know what I'm saying, you got anything else that you want to see from me, definitely keep that in the comments below. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But before we sign off, thank you for tuning in to the first episode of the Wind Down series. See you all next week.